We've spent the last 4 weeks scouring the internet for the very best gadget for life on the move.
So whether you're living on a boat, cruising in a campervan, or simply escaping on weekend adventures, these next level tech upgrades will seriously change the way you travel. So let's dive in.
And we're kicking off today's video with this. This is the Starlink Mini, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this gadget totally changed my life. Whether you live in a van, a boat, or you just adventure into the wilderness on a regular basis, connectivity can be everything. And a gadget like this will allow you to work remotely, stay in touch with your friends and family, download and watch 4K movies, or just simply check the weather. As this little gadget gives you access to full speed internet anywhere in the world. And I mean anywhere. Okay, let's get this box open. And Starlink weren't exaggerating when they called this device the Mini. This thing is tiny. Just look how small it is. Inside the box, you have the dish, a mount, and a power cable. And that is all you need to connect to the internet. There's no Wi-Fi router or additional hardware here. So now that it's unboxed, make sure you stick around till the end of the video, because we'll take the Mini outside and we'll compare its download speeds against a traditional broadband fiber optic connection. And we'll see if the Starlink really is the future of the internet.
Our next gadget, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting ones. If you're the kind of person that is always the first to jump in the water, well, this one is definitely for you. This is a Sublue White Shark underwater scooter, and it turns any swim, snorkel, or shallow dive into a full-on underwater adventure. So on the top, we've got the flotation wing, which feels incredibly light. So this wing keeps the scooter stable as well as keeping it afloat. Underneath, we must have some power here. Awesome. These are the twin propellers. And these, combined with the wing, are supposed to give you a really smooth feeling through the water that makes you feel like you're flying. How cool is that? And underneath, we must have some power, a battery somewhere. Yeah, we've got a battery pack and a little leash and a nice handy little bag. Okay, so here it is. We've attached the wing onto the main body, and how cool does it look? I just love the orange and blue design that they've gone for in this model. It's incredibly easy to use. All you have to do is grab the handles, pull the triggers, and then you're off. Which I was actually surprised how much power you get out of just these little propellers. Depending on your weight, you can get over 3 miles an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that is faster than the average person can swim with flippers on, with basically no effort. The battery lasts for around 30 minutes, giving you plenty of range. But if you do want extra range, you can buy extra batteries and change them out really easily. One thing I love about Sublue design is it's lightweight and compact and doesn't take up much space, which is a huge plus if you're on a boat, in a van, or however you travel around. I think this is one you can have endless fun with. So whether you're someone who loves swimming, snorkeling, or underwater filming, having a scooter gives you so much more range. So yes, this one might be in a bit of an investment, but I think you'll use it over and over again.
This is the Glowmad from Chillbeam, and it might just be the most versatile and rugged light you ever buy. Think of it like a torch, but just 100 times more useful. Okay, I'm excited to get this one open. Inside the box, we have a pump. More about that in a second. A couple of charging cables, and the Glowmad itself. So here it is. And it's a funny looking torch, isn't it? And that's because this isn't actually a torch, it's a light bar. But this light bar has a little secret up its sleeve. It's totally inflatable. Inside the box, you get this hand pump. So all you do is plug it in, pump it up, and this compact package turns into a fully functioning light bar. Okay, let's use the pump and get this thing blown up. And that's it, fully blown up. And I must say, first impressions are pretty good. It feels robust, it feels strong. I would have no qualms and no issues taking this out into the wilderness with me. It's got 4 different light functions for the white light. So that's 1, 2, so you can scroll through, it builds intensity, and this is the 4th. So this is sort of main beam. This is sort of full strength for your light bar. And then you can switch modes, so I can switch it into red mode. So I can have a constant red beam. I can have disco mode if I want it disco mode. Or, now I'm not an expert on Morse code, but I'm pretty sure that's SOS. If you know SOS and Morse code, let me know in the comments, see if you agree with me. But the main use of this is when you're out in the dark and need some lighting. So let's get these studio lights off and see what this really does. Well, it's definitely bright enough, that's for sure. Unlike a traditional torch that has a really narrow beam of light, this light bar throws out light in all directions, meaning it lights up your whole environment really, really well and has a lot more practical applications. But its ability to light up your whole room isn't the only trick this light bar has up its sleeve. Now the lights are back on, let's run through some of those cool features, starting with its weight. This Chillbeam only weighs 266 grams, so it's really lightweight. I think you could very easily strap this to the side of your backpack, go hiking, and totally forget it was there. And if you do forget it was there, and it starts raining, don't worry. It's IP66 certified, meaning it's totally waterproof. You can charge the Glowmad via this USB-C port at the top here, or if you find that you're already out in the wilderness when you remember you forgot to charge it at home, then don't worry, it's got an integrated solar panel as well. So in theory, providing you have sunlight, this Chillbeam should never die whilst you're out and about. But if your phone dies, it has a little secret weapon. You can plug your phone directly into this USB-C port and you can charge it from this light bar. How cool is that? So I've had to come outside to show you my favorite feature of the Glowmad. The back of it is totally magnetic. It will attach to any metal surface, a car, a van, a boom, a mast on a boat even. How cool is that? And if you're not the type of person that thinks bigger is always better, then you've got this, the Glowmad Mini. All the same great features, just miniature size.
Now, if you've been watching our channel, you probably already know we're not the best at fishing. So far, we've only managed to catch teeny tiny sea bream, but we think we've just found the ultimate secret weapon. This is the Deeper CHIRP 3, which is an underwater sonar, and this little device allows you to scan the seabed, building you a 3D map of the seabed and showing you exactly where the fish are. Now, some may say this is cheating, but for an impatient fisher like me, I think this is genius. So let's get this open and see what is inside. So it comes in 2 parts, which is this tiny little box contains the actual sonar device itself. And then because we opted for the power bundle, you also get a solar charger as well with it. Inside this box, let's take a look at the actual device. Wow, that is tiny. It is incredible how much tech you can get into such a small device these days. Essentially, you're taking the guesswork out of fishing. You instantly know the best places to find fish or whether you're just wasting your time. You just attach this to your rod and then cast from the shore, from your boat, or wherever you like to fish. It uses CHIRP sonar, which is the same type of technology that they use in the high-end fish finders. And then it sends ultra-detailed readings straight back to your phone. It has a maximum depth of 100 meters and a maximum casting range of 120 meters, which is basically the range where it will stop sending signals back to your phone. And all this without the need for any Wi-Fi or any internet. It has a battery life in this little thing of up to 9 hours, but I cannot see anyone needing to fish for 9 hours when you can literally see where all the fish are. This is a total game changer for any keen angler. I think when you get this up and running, it's gonna blow your mind.
Whether you're camping at the weekend or living off-grid full time, having access to a reliable power source can be a total game changer. And that's where this next gadget comes in. This is the Anker Solix C1000, and it is the most portable and affordable power station you can buy. If you need to power some of your gear whilst off-grid, the Anker is a great solution. It can power everything from mobile phones and laptops all the way through to electric cookers, stoves, and even fridge freezers. It has an output of 2000 watts and can power up to 9 devices all at the same time. And this thing has even won a Guinness World Record. It won the record for the world's fastest recharging portable power station. It can recharge from 0 back to 100% in just 49 minutes from a wall socket in your house. But if you run out of power whilst you're away from home, you can recharge the Solix from your car, a generator, or even solar panels. Whilst the Solix is portable, it weighs over 11 kilograms, so it is heavy. I'm not sure if I'd take it on a hiking expedition with me, but taking it to a festival, a campsite, or just down to the beach, it'd be a perfect solution. Okay, let's test the Starlink. You can see I've hooked the Starlink up to our Anker power station. So this power station is now powering that Starlink, no problem at all. We're up and running and we're connected. And I want to see how fast the download speed is in the middle of this field. I did a speed test at home, and on my fiber optic broadband, I was getting just over 100 megabit download speeds. So it'll be interesting to see, can the Starlink compete? So I've just run a download speed test on the Starlink, and look at the speed that we got. 137 megabit download. That is faster than my broadband speed at home. Crazy. Okay, now that I'm back inside, let me tell you a little bit more about this Starlink Mini. We actually continued to test it in various locations outside, and the speeds were broadly similar. We were getting anything from 90 megabit a second all the way through to 150, but actually in some areas, we saw over 200 megabits per second. And to be honest, I'm not surprised. I used one of these every single day for over 7 months when I was living on a boat, and even 80 miles offshore, I was still getting 180 megabit download speed, which is just crazy. And the only reason I was able to work remotely from a boat was because of this gadget. And its fast download speeds isn't the only impressive thing about it. It weighs just 1.1 kilograms and is small enough to fit in any bag or rucksack, so it's portable and you can take it anywhere you go. And unlike the standard Starlink that consumes about 100 watts, this Starlink Mini only consumes 30 watts when it's in use, or 15 watts when it's idle, meaning it's really energy efficient and a great option for those of you that are power conscious. So if you're looking for a way to get online whilst you're off grid, I reckon the Starlink Mini is by far your best choice, and it's my favorite gadget on our list. And that rounds up our top 5 favorite adventure gadgets. If you want more detailed reviews of travel tech in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.